You search for how to build multi-branch workflows in Zapier. I'll show you exactly how to set one up that routes requests from Airtable into different Slack channels based on priority. Open your browser and go to zapier.com, log in and wait for your dashboard to load. Before we start the Zap, make sure your Airtable and Slack accounts are connected to Zapier. You can check that under Apps in the left sidebar. If they're not there, add them now because you can't connect them from inside the editor later without losing your place. Click the Create button in the top left corner and select Zaps. The Zap editor opens to a blank trigger step. Click that trigger step, type Airtable into the search bar, and select it. For the trigger event, choose New Record and click Continue. Pick your connected Airtable account and click Continue again. Now select the base that stores your request, then the specific table and click Continue. Wild cess. Click Test Trigger. Zapier pulls in a recent record. Pick one from the list. Look at the fields that come back. You need at least a priority field with an actual value in it. High, medium, low, whatever you use. If your sample record's priority field is empty, cancel out, go add some priorities in Airtable and come back. A blank priority will make testing each branch impossible. Click Continue with selected record once you have a good one. Click the plus button below the trigger, search for Paths by Zapier and select it. This is the step that makes the whole multi-branch thing work. For the setup, choose the option to create multiple paths. You'll see Path A appear first. Click into it and give it a descriptive name. Call it high priority so you can tell them apart at a glance later. Now set the condition. Click the first field drop-down and pick the priority field from your Airtable record. The operator defaults to text exactly matches, which is what we want. In the value field, type high. That condition is now set. This path only runs when priority equals high. Click the Add New Path button, name this one medium priority. Same thing, set the condition to priority text exactly matches medium, add one more path, name it low priority, and set the condition to priority text exactly matches low. You now have 3 branches, each firing on a different priority value. Now here is something that catches people out and it's not obvious. Look below all your paths. There's a collapsed section that says fallback or path D. Click it. Anything that doesn't match your 3 conditions goes here. Records with a blank priority, a typo, a value you didn't plan for. If you don't configure this, those records silently get dropped. You don't have to add an action here, but at least know it exists. I always put a Slack notification to myself in the fallback path so I see when something falls through the cracks. Do that now if you want, or leave it empty and we'll come back. Go to Path A, the high priority path, click the plus button inside it to add an action. Search for Slack, select it, and choose Send Channel Message as the action event. Click Continue and connect your Slack account if it asks. Now set up where the message goes. In the channel field, select your urgent or high priority channel, let's say #urgent request. For the message text, this is where you pull in the Airtable fields so the notification has context. Type something like new high priority request : and then click into the field insert menu to pull in request title, submitted by, due date, whatever fields matter to your team. Arrange the text so it reads as a clean message. Don't just dump raw field names and colons. Write it the way you'd actually want to read it in Slack. Click Continue. Now Path B, the medium priority path. Add a Slack action, same steps, send to a different channel. #team requests. Same fields, slightly different message framing if you want, maybe less urgent wording. Click Continue. Path C, low priority. Slack action to #general request. Same pattern. You see how each path is its own little self-contained workflow with its own action. The trigger fires once, Zapier checks the priority, and only the matching path's action runs. The other 2 sit idle. That's the whole multi-branch concept. At the top of each path, there's a test button. Go back to Path A and click Test. Zapier runs the Airtable sample record through the condition, and if it matches, it sends the test Slack message. Check your urgent request channel. You should see it. If you get an error here, it's almost always because the sample record's priority didn't match the path condition, or the Slack channel name has a typo. Test Path B, then Path C. If your sample record is high priority, paths B and C will show a message saying the condition was not met and the path was skipped. That's the correct behavior. You're verifying the routing logic works. When all 3 paths test correctly, scan the whole Zap one more time. Trigger is Airtable new record, pointing to the right base and table. 3 named paths, each with a clear condition and a Slack action sending to the correct channel. Field mappings all make sense, no weird empty fields, everything green. Give the Zap a descriptive name at the top. Multi-branch request routing is solid. Descriptive, boring, you'll know exactly what it is in 6 months. Click Publish. The Zap goes live. Go to Airtable and add a few test records. 1 with high priority, 1 medium, 1 low. Wait a couple minutes, then check your 3 Slack channels. Each record should land in the right place. If one doesn't show up, open Zap History from the left sidebar. You'll see every run, which path it took, and whether the Slack action succeeded or failed. Now, a few things you'll want to do next now that this is running. First, if your priorities change or you add a new level like urgent, come back to the path step, add a new path with the new condition, and drop an action in it. The branching structure handles new conditions without breaking the existing ones. Second, keep an eye on your task usage. The path step itself consumes a task just to evaluate conditions, plus one task for whatever action runs. If you have a lot of records, this adds up fast. You can see your usage in the top right of the dashboard. Third, document your path logic somewhere outside Zapier. Just a quick note with the trigger, the conditions, and which Slack channels they hit. Future you will appreciate it when someone asks you to change the routing. If this got your multi-branch Zap working, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment saying this was helpful. Comments are what push this to other people looking for the same thing.